This is the case against the greatest footballer who ever lived. For 20 years, the same strange questions keep following Lionel Messi. A red card that vanished, a club paying the referees, awards that should have gone to other men. So let's not jump around. Let me walk you through it, one chapter at a time, from the World Cup happening right now, all the way back through his entire career. And by the end, you decide. Chapter 1. The World Cups. Let's start with what just happened. 4 days ago at the 2026 World Cup, Messi dragged his stud straight down the back of an opponent's leg, right in front of the referee. No red card, no yellow, nothing. The replay is brutal, the contact is obvious, and still, the whistle stayed silent. Minutes later, he scored a hat-trick and tied the all-time World Cup goal record. He should have been in the dressing room. Instead, he made history. And it was not just fans complaining. ESPN's own analyst said it live on air, his words, "It is 100% a red card, preferential treatment." And this was not the first time. Go back to the 2022 World Cup. Argentina against the Netherlands. It became the most card-filled match in World Cup history. 18 yellow cards, a referee who completely lost control and got sent home from the tournament. A brawl on the touchline, Messi taunting a grown man on camera, and then the penalties. A soft one in that quarter-final and another soft one in the final against France. Two of the biggest games of the tournament, two decisions that fell his way. The losing coach said the result felt premeditated. A French legend said FIFA simply handed Messi the trophy. There is no proof of any of that, but the chaos always seemed to tilt the same way. Chapter 2. The Barcelona years. Now we go back to where it all started. For almost 2 decades at Barcelona, Messi's teams were followed by refereeing decisions that drove their rivals insane. Real Madrid fans will tell you about Clásico after Clásico that felt decided before kickoff. The red cards for Madrid, the penalties that were never given, the goals wrongly ruled out. For years, people called it bias and paranoia. Chelsea fans still talk about 2009, that Champions League semi-final at Stamford Bridge, where the referee waved away 4 clear penalty appeals and Barcelona scraped through in the last seconds to reach the final. And then, years later, the truth came out. For 17 straight years, Barcelona quietly paid millions of euros to a company owned by one man. His name was Negreira. And his job? He was the vice president of the committee that controlled every referee in Spain. 7.3 million euros paid to the boss of the referees, while Barcelona dominated the country and won title after title. The club called them technical reports. Reports whose paperwork mysteriously vanished. This is not a rumor. It is a live criminal case, and Barcelona itself is now charged with corruption. No court has proven a single fixed match. But ask yourself one honest question. Why would any club secretly pay the boss of the referees for almost 20 years? Chapter 3. The Ballon d'Ors. Messi has won 8 of them, more than any human in history. Most he earned fair and square, but 3 of them have a very ugly story. 2010, the first year FIFA takes over the vote and changes the rules overnight. He beat Wesley Sneijder, who that season won the treble with Inter Milan, the League, the Cup, and the Champions League, and then reached the World Cup final. Under the old voting rules, Sneijder wins. They changed the rules, and Messi won instead. And it was not even just Sneijder. That same year, Andres Iniesta, Messi's own teammate, scored the goal that won Spain the entire World Cup. The man who decided the World Cup final was overlooked too, so the trophy could stay with Messi. 2019. He beat Virgil van Dijk, the best defender on the planet, who had just won the Champions League and whose Liverpool had knocked Messi's Barcelona out 4-0. The defender who humiliated him lost the award to him by 7 points. 7. And the worst one, 2021. Robert Lewandowski scored 64 goals in a single year, breaking a 50-year record. Messi scored around 40, and his club won nothing. and Messi still won the Ballon d'Or by 33 points. Messi himself stood on that stage and told them to give the award to Lewandowski. When the winner apologizes to the runner-up live on television, you already know. Chapter 4. Paris. In 2021, Messi joined PSG. They put him with Neymar and Mbappé, over $1 billion of talent for one single job. Win the Champions League, and with all three of them on the pitch, their best result in 2 seasons was the round of 16. They won nothing in Europe. The reigning World Cup winner was actually booed by his own fans in his own stadium week after week. But here is the strange part. Even while his club was failing, even while he was being whistled in Paris, Messi was still right there in the Ballon d'Or conversation every single year. And then, the very season after he left, PSG won their first ever Champions League, 5-0 in the final. The biggest win a final has ever seen. $1 billion of superstars won nothing. The kids who replaced them won everything. Chapter 5. America. In 2023, Messi came to Inter Miami, and here the conflict of interest stopped being a theory and became a contract. He was handed a cut of Apple subscriptions, a cut of the shirts, a piece of the business itself. So now, every single time Messi plays, and every single time Messi wins, the league itself makes money, and almost overnight, the soft fouls began. Fouls that were not fouls, penalties out of nothing, yellow cards for the defenders who dared to tackle him. A $29 ticket to watch him became $329. And for the first time, you could see exactly who profits when Messi succeeds, written down in black and white. Chapter 6. Off the pitch. Because the pattern does not stop at the touchline. In 2016, a Spanish court did not accuse Messi of tax fraud. It convicted him. Over €4 million hidden offshore in a web of fake companies. And the time the greatest player on earth actually spent behind bars? 0. It quietly became a fine. In 2023, he skipped training to fly to Saudi Arabia on a paid tourism deal, got suspended by his club, posted a short apology video, and the punishment vanished in days. And in over 1,000 professional games against the toughest defenders alive, this man has been sent off just 3 times. 3 players half as good get that in a single season. So that is the whole timeline. The World Cups, Barcelona and Negreira, the Ballon d'Ors, Paris, Miami, the courts. There is no smoking gun, no proof that any single one of these was fixed. But that is exactly what makes it so uncomfortable. For 20 straight years, in every country, at every club, the calls, the cards, and the awards kept falling the same way. We are not telling you that football protects Messi. We are asking you why it always looks like it does. So now it is your turn. Out of all 8 Ballon d'Ors, how many did he actually deserve? Drop your number in the comments. And if you want the other side of this story, the Times football clearly went against the man, that video is coming next. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you there. This is World Football Vault.